This is Marvel Universe, Marvel's Patriot, part of the first wave of the 2012 Series 4, Wave 17 overall. This was a request from one of my subscribers. I did the rest of the wave. Those were one of the first videos I did when I started this channel a couple months ago. And this was the only one in the wave that I just really wasn't interested in. The promotional pictures didn't look that great, and when I saw him through the package on the pegs, he didn't look that great either. So I wasn't planning on getting him, but I got a request for him, so I was at Target a couple days later, and I saw him there. And so I decided to get him. When I got him out of the package, I was pretty much dead on with my predictions about this figure. He's pretty underwhelming. He's definitely not worth the $9 I paid for him. On to him in a minute. Let's look at the packaging he comes in first. Marvel Universe packaging, very standard, but I very much like it. They always pick a really great image, and they just look really good in there. Picture of the figure, small bio, and figures from the rest of the wave. And now there is Deadpool on the on the back, and each one has a different quote. And this one is definitely my favorite quote so far. 4 out of 5 Deadpools recommend Deadpool for their patients who use Deadpool. He does not come with a display stand. He comes with a collectible comic shot. It's not really a trading card. It's just this little piece of cardboard with a picture on it. Kind of fits right there. That's more of like just a picture that comes on the packaging to me. This is not a worthy replacement for a display stand. So, bad to Marvel on that one. This is Magneto's display stand. He does come with his shield, though, very much like Captain America's shield. I'm assuming it's made of vibranium, but there we go. It's got a nice paint job to it. I believe this is the same exact shield that came with Bucky, or maybe the retro Captain America. It is one that has the little clip-on thing. I'm really not a big fan of these clip-ons. I prefer just 2 straps, to put their arm through. It just doesn't sit very well on the arm, and it's kind of a pain to get on. Alright, on to the figure. I don't know much about Patriot. I know he's part of the Super Soldier program like Captain America was. But I mean, that's all I really know about him. He does have a really cool outfit, though. I like his costume a lot, but the figure itself is just not that great. Let's look at the sculpt. It is a repaint of the Bucky figure that came out, I believe, in Series 3 or Series 2. I'm not really sure, but the figure of Bucky, it's a repaint of that. It's pretty much exactly the same, really. It's really small. Very small sculpt, very thin and short. He feels kind of flimsy. That's one thing I really don't like about him. He feels very flimsy, and a lot of his joints are very loose. The paint, it's all like a semi-gloss finish. It's just the white here. There's no detail in that white at all. There's that red band. That's just a flat red. This is just a flat blue. And the blue up here, there's no real muscle detailing or shading in that blue either. Now, one thing that is cool about this figure is this piece here. It's a removable piece, and it's basically a collar with a little shirt front and a belt. So that's removable. You can pull it off down there. This piece, the belt, doesn't really break apart. You'd have to pull it down over the figure to get it off. And this is made of a very soft rubbery plastic. Now it's connected to the belt. It's not connected to the actual body. So when you put it back on, he can only move so much. His chest can only move so much because it's attached down there, but he does have a swivel waist, so it really doesn't hurt the articulation at all. I like the paint on that chest piece too. This was the best one I can find in terms of quality control. But I mean, the belt itself is alright. It's got some nice sculpted detail in there, but other than the buckle in the front, there's no paint detail on it. His head is cool. I'm not sure. We may have seen his head before. I'm not. I don't rightly know. But I mean, it's a cool head. When you're looking for this guy in the store, he had some pretty poor quality control from the ones I saw on the shelf. Make sure the star is centered and make sure the star is not smudged. Make sure the white eyes are where they should be, and the red part, make sure that's not bleeding through. Make sure all these buttons are on nice and neat and straight. Make sure this star isn't smudged. See mine's a little bit smudged there. And of course, make sure that his belt buckle is nice and neat. Also, make sure there's no smudges on the red stripes on his pants. Other than that, I really didn't see anything other than that wrong with this guy. I mean, that is a lot. But there you go. Alright, now, like I said before, he is very small. This is one of the smallest Marvel Universe figures, Captain Marvel. This body, you've seen this body before. And, I mean, he's a little shorter than him. But if you put him next to a female figure, they're almost the same size. So he's a very small figure. Okay, his articulation's not bad. He's got a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed shoulders, swivel bicep, simple hinge elbow, swivel wrists, no hinge in the wrist. Well, I guess it's a swivel glove or a swivel forearm, sorry. Ball-jointed chest, swivel waist, ball-jointed hips, double-jointed knees, and a ball hinge ankle. No articulation in that boot there, and no articulation in the thigh, or there's not an extra thigh swivel. I think he could have really benefited from that. Alright, so final thoughts. I wasn't planning on get this guy. I just did it as a request, and I'm definitely regretting buying him. I really don't think he's worth the $9 price tag. If you're a fan, by all means, but I mean, he does feel very small and flimsy. It's just not a quality figure, I don't think. I would rate this guy like a 4 at the most. Should you buy it? Unless you're a fan, I would avoid this guy. He's definitely not worth $9 again, but unless you're a fan, go ahead. But if you're not, you could probably pass. Alright, well, that's all I have for him. Until next time, keep collecting.